The Gemara asks, "My Hanukkah, what are we commemorating with the holiday of Hanukkah?" Maybe it's the military victory, the Rabbim biad ma'atim, the many in the hands of the few, this miraculous military victory that the Jews were able to conquer the Greeks. Maybe it's the miracle of the flask of oil, that one small little flask of oil was able to burn for 8 days. I'd like to share a perspective that was offered by the Sfas Emes, which I think has such profound meaning for us today. The Sfas Emes says maybe what we're commemorating, maybe what we're trying to highlight is the fact that we found the Pach Shemen in the first place. We know the Greeks, they searched the entire Beis HaMikdash. Their goal was to defile anything sacred, anything that they could find that was holy, that was pure, they sought to defile it. The truth is, this could probably be said about the Hellenistic culture in general, that anything that was pure, anything that was holy, the Hellenistic culture came to try to defile it, to make it profane, to make it mundane, to remove the spirituality, to remove the holiness from it. But there was one small flask of oil, after they searched the entire Beis HaMikdash, that lay beyond their reach. One pach shemen that they were unable to defile. One pach that was impervious to the mighty Greeks. And herein lies, I think, a very important message for all of us. Because no matter how defiled we may feel sometimes, no matter what dark places we seem to find ourselves in, if we search, we too will find within ourselves a Pach Shemen. Within each of us is a small vial of pure oil that's impervious to defilement. We say every morning in davening, Elokai neshama shenasata bi tahorehi. I have a pure soul. There's a part of me that still contains the seal of the Kohen Gadol. And the light of that small flask has the power to dispel a tremendous amount of darkness. I think this also gives us a perspective on the opinion of Beis Shammai. Many of us know that there's a dispute between Beis Hillel and Beis Shammai. Beis Hillel is the opinion that we follow, and it's understood to us. We light 1 candle the first night, 2 the second night, 3 the third night, more light, more light. But Beis Shammai's opinion seems at first glance to be quite depressing. We light 8 the first night, then 7, then 6, then 5. But if we think about it from a slightly different perspective, Beis Shammai might be saying to us that no matter how much the light diminishes, no matter how dark it gets, there will always be 1 candle left. You know, a lot of people look at themselves, they look past years, and they remember with nostalgia how well they were doing, how connected they felt to God, how pure they were. But now comes Beis Shammai and he says, if there's still a candle left, and there always will be 1 candle left, so then there's always a chance to emerge from the darkness. That little Pach Shemen, unbeknownst to us when we lit it, has a power way beyond what nature dictates. Hanukkah always comes during the winter, but specifically during the darkest time of the winter, when the nights are the longest. The small light of the Hanukkah candle in the dark winter reminds us that despite the darkness, the long darkness, there's always some light to warm up our soul. Remember, there's always a pure flask of oil somewhere within you. Sometimes it's hidden from sight, but it's always there. You just need to search for it. And then you'll find it. And it's from these small flasks of oil that miracles emerge. Have a great and meaningful Hanukkah.